So now that we know how to print objects, the next thing I want to show you is how to compare objects. So let me go back to our two objects that we've created, A and B, and I'm going to make them identical. So I'm going to make both of them horse and 20. And what I want to see is I want to see if both these objects are the same. So if I just say if A equal to B, system.out.println equal, else not equal. So let's see if the equal can compare them, and it can't. So it doesn't detect that both of these objects have the same content. And what the equal is actually doing, it's comparing the memory location. And so, but since they're different objects, they don't live in memory in the same location. And so they have different locations, so they are considered different objects. Recall when we used to have strings, when we had like string x equal to MCC, and then maybe y is equal to also MCC. The way we were told that we should be comparing strings, oh, x is already defined, xx. The way we were told that we should be comparing strings is using the equals method. So I could come and I could say if x equals, ignore case, for example, y, then say that the strings are equal. Okay, so this is how we learned to compare strings using a special method that exists on the strings. Now, we don't have a method right now written to compare those objects for us, but we can write one. So just like we wrote a method to string to print us the contents of this object, we can write a method called the equals method. And if you're comparing equality, you want to return a Boolean. So you want to return at the end, yes, they are equal, or no, they are not equal. So true or false. And the method is called equals. And you can pass in the other object, so bank account. So when we call the equals method, just like here, we were passing a string, we're going to pass in another bank account. And what I want to do is I want to compare myself. So this is a non-static method. It's going to be called on an object. And the object that it's called on, we want to compare it to the object that's passed in. So here, instead of A equal B, we will say A dot equals, and in parentheses, B. So I'm going to go to A and I'm going to ask it to compare itself if it's equal to B. And so now I have the choice of doing the comparison. What is it that I want to compare? So I can say, for example, if the name, so if my name dot equals, ignore case, other dot name. So if their names are equal, and maybe I also want to compare if the amounts are equal, and amount equal to other dot amount, then I will consider that they are equal. So if those two are true, I will return true. Otherwise, I will return false. And here I'm just oversimplifying things. Of course, I should be also checking the account number. And so let's now check to see if those accounts are equal. And now they say that they are equal. Okay, so if we want to compare, be able to compare objects, we can write an equals method that returns a Boolean and takes an object of the same type as input, and then you are free to write however you want what considers equal. For example, if I have two accounts and I just want to see if they belong to the same person. So even though they might have different account amounts in the account, I still want them to be equal. In that case, maybe I just want to compare the owner. So as long as they are the same owner, I consider those two bank accounts equal. So it depends on your class that you're writing, that you're implementing. What is the purpose of the equals method that you're writing? Do you really want to compare every single instance field that is stored in it? Or do you want to just compare like a few of the ones and that determines equality for you?